So I want to talk about the development of executive functioning. This is Russell Barkley's model. Now, Russell Barkley his knowledge is foundational, but he is primarily deficit focused. And so I'm not primarily deficit focused in my practice, but again, his knowledge is foundational, and he sees ADHD as primarily an executive functioning disorder. And he talks about how the brain develops in people who have ADHD according to a different trajectory. And I'm going to share this with you. Essentially, this is how executive functioning develops. First, it starts with the development of self-awareness. Now, this is in children. This is attention to self. And then the second piece is inhibition. So this is directing your attention towards inhibiting your impulses. Next comes nonverbal working memory. So this is images about the world that you use to sense the world. It's like a GPS that we use to sense ourselves in the world and to guide ourselves around the world. And from this next comes verbal working memory. This happens from ages 3 to 5, and it eventually, around age 10 or by age 10, will turn into self-speech. Memory is also a component of this, and we use this self-speech to guide ourselves and how we interact with the world. We will use these first 4 components to begin to control our emotions, which is the 5th component, emotional regulation. We use images and self-speech to control our emotions. Next comes motivational regulation. This is how we direct our motivation. And then finally comes planning and problem solving. So you can see how in this fashion, we develop our executive functions from childhood, right? This is how they develop in our brain. Something to keep in mind is that in children and adolescents who have ADHD, all of this is 30% delayed or more, on average 30%, and it stays delayed in people until you're 30, which is when executive functioning stops developing.